From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
I honestly wanted to love before eternity. Wanted to share my love, share this love. Haiwezekani wawili kupendana bila kugombana. Najipata nalia sana nikikumbuka tulipendana, nikikumbuka mapenzi isiyo sasa. Najipata nalia sana nikikumbuka ile madhara mapenzi ya Nairobi menifanya.
Nakumbuka ni kama jana tukipanga kuoana, kivipi sasa tumewachana, ndoto zetu zimekwama. Nini sikufanya, ni nini nilifanya, umeniwachana pagawa, kumbe wewe ndiyo dawa, moyoni siko sawa, ni wewe na desire. I can't believe you
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. Come boy over here, check it, yeah. Love is a verb, love is a verb, love is not a word. But sure, I love you when I'm in as much. In my heart it's true, it's easier to fall in love, but harder to find somebody to catch you. I'll do the honors, let me be the one who can lift you up, now bother will hold you down. This feeling that you give me is a word I can't pronounce. If they've the price to have it, then I pay any amount. Iko nini, mwanaume akipenda ashapenda. Nibange tangu nenge wendo wako very tender. Asana ni tricky after life bado together. Nafunga rona meza key, immediately you enter, stay with me. I got grand plans for us, tupendane till they put hands down for us. Every time that you around me, I can feel the rush. I mean, love has a meaning cause it means so much, baby.
Donga woro hera mani mia, ey, toto safi ine mara, wanifurahisha sana mama, ey, obongo nyakalaga. Donga woro hera mani mia, ey, toto safi ine mara, wanifurahisha sana mama, ey, kakihera mami ndo maana niko hapa, yeah, yeah. Wakiuliza nani don dada, niko hapa, yeah, yeah. Kakihera mami ndo maana niko hapa, wakiuliza nani Don Dada, niko hapa,
Wendo wakwane waku, love's a love without you. I wanna see you and touch you. She loves a love without you. Now that we found love, tell me what are we gonna do with it? Tukatane katikati ama vipi? Chukua yangu nipe yako, let me keep it forever. Now that we found love, tell me what are we gonna do with it? Tukatane katikati ama vipi? Chukua yangu nipe yako, let me keep it forever. Swear that I'ma put a ring on it cause me I like it. Bibi mzuri uneza tena bwana yake. Wacha wapendane mapenzi na raha zake. Finally I found the love that I've been searching for.
Bongo nyakalaga, donga woro hera mani mia. Toto safi ine mara, wani furahishe sana mama. Abongo nyakalaga, donga woro hera mani mia. Toto safi ine mara, wani furahishe sana mama. Kakihera mami ndo mana, niko hapa, wakiuliza nani Don Dada, niko hapa, kakihera mami ndo mana, niko hapa, wakiuliza nani Don Dada, niko hapa,
Wendo wakwane waku, love's a love without you. I wanna see you and touch you. She loves a love without you. Wendo wakwane waku, love's a love without you. I wanna see you and touch you. She loves a love without you.
What's up,
From
everybody?
sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to Sheversations. It's been like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, I've missed you guys. I've missed seeing everybody. I've missed talking and yapping on radio, especially to my Sheversations audience. Now, today is a beautiful day. It's very gloomy and sunny at the same time. It's very inconsistent. It's giving, I don't want to say what it's giving because it might send me to I might be crucified for whatever I say after this. But I'm so glad it's a new day. It's a new Wednesday. It's a beautiful Wednesday. Woman Crush Wednesday. So you can tell me who is your woman crush. My woman crush is Emma Greed. I mean, she's just hot. She's hot. She's brilliant. She's intelligent. My other woman crush, I think it's Kimberly Simmons. She's also very tall and she's a model. She walked Chanel when she was like 15, if I'm not wrong. And then my other woman crush, maybe Kenya. Zaha, she's been really vocal. Like, that's a woman crush because she's been really vocal about what's been happening on the femicide cases. They also hosted a protest. You saw Power Radio was live during the protest, trying to support the initiative of just making sure people are aware of whatever is happening and making the international community also aware of what is happening. And today, our conversation will just be on the cost of silence because after the protest happened, there's been a lot of silence from the government, from institutions that need to speak on such issues. They've been very quiet, weirdly. Again, another that has happened is that a lot of children are still missing. Like I've just seen on my WhatsApp status, a friend of mine posting a child has gone missing around Tasia. And that's sad because where are these kids going? For example, where are children going? Who's taking children? What is not happening? Why can't we be able to control this? We celebrated Madaraka Day as well. And personally, I don't know about y'all, but me personally, I didn't feel that Madaraka Day was anything for me. Like, freedom is something that is written on paper, but practically we have zero freedom as a country because if Ebola patients can be brought, and not just any Ebola patients, US citizens, the United States of America patients can be brought into our country to be treated or to be quarantined, then what type of freedom do we have? Because we don't have the facilities for that. We don't have the facilities to enable this type of commitment to these citizens. And again, may I have beef? Because have you ever tried getting a visa to go to the United States? Have you ever tried getting a visa? Hey, hata kwa hiyo embassy yao, ukipita hivi mara moja, alafu pita mara ya pili, ukipita mara tatu unashikwa. Nauliza, why are you roaming around the embassy? So why are we still giving so much freedom to other people in our own country? Like, what about the people of Laikipia? Our county governments are doing very poorly in hospitals because health is dissolved, and we're doing very poorly to ensure that we cater to those who we have. So why are we bringing more people? And again, there's so much silence around this. Like, why aren't we mad? I feel like we need to be mad because even our own social health authority is losing billions by the month, by the year. So why are we still gambling with such sensitive dockets and such sensitive areas of our government? Again, what is happening inside schools? Why are we burning schools left, right, center? Why is that every single day schools are closing? Like, sijui Ason, sijui strikes, sijui nini. The Utumishi Girls Academy type of situation. Come on, guys. What's not happening? Like, is there something we're missing in this? Because since the beginning of the year, like around 35 schools have closed because of unrest. And the most recent one that really broke everyone's heart was on the Utumishi Girls scene. And watching that CCTV just got me thinking, like, how can you literally do that? And then you run and you see your colleague is sleeping. Because when I was in high school, we were all friends. We were all buddies. We were all, I don't know. So there's no reason why you would actually set a fire and leave your colleagues sleeping and run away. And now you have 16 colleagues who are dead simply because of what you wanted to do. And the reasons that they were giving at the sijui cultural, sijui, what did they say again? Sijui exam dates were changed. Like, come on, guys. What's not happening? Why are we raising criminals? And now they're in court. And you know, the good thing about, or the bad thing about it is we now have the court of public opinion. Everyone is saying those girls should be trialed for murder and should be taken to jail. Like, ata wasipelekwa juvenile, wende straight Langata Women's Prison. But then again, when we look at how our justice system is, the incident of the Moi Girls fire, how did it end? Like, were those students arrested? Where are they? Because I feel like a lot of things that we do is the silence around everything. Because if we saw a number of students actually getting into like juvenile properly because of Ason, then I don't think we would have enabled this behavior. Because I'm someone who believes when you enable something to happen like continuously, like that's where the problem is. Like when you're silent about something, you enable it and now you're creating a monster you can't control. Because I would think, or any solid human being would think, that after young people witnessing what happened to the girls in Utumishi and the girls who have died and the agony it has caused the country and the parents, then we will not have any more schools getting burnt, any more riots. But not even 24 hours after that, we had another school, Wamechoma Shule, we had Lenana going on strike. Like, we have so much going on at the same time. And I was telling DJ Flozzy, who did I wrong? Because why am I adulting in such a time where you turn to your left, something is wrong, turn to your right, something is wrong? So why are we still silent about whatever is happening? And the more we're silent about it, the more we're enabling this thing to actually, harm us. So if you're just tuning in, this is Sheversations. Catch us live on YouTube, Facebook. We're on Instagram as well, Power Radio. We're also live on the web, www.power254.radio. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get it right. Guys. It's been 2 weeks. I'll get it right. But we're also live on our web. Just Google Power 254. Power 254, and then you'll get Power Radio. Okay? Good. Now, if you want to keep the conversation live, please send us a text or call at 0748 379 231. But the conversation today is just around the cost of silence. So what do you think, like, as you, when you hear the phrase cost of silence, what comes to your mind? Personally, what comes to my mind when I hear the cost of silence is the whole enabling culture that you give once you're silent about something. And I'll give a very practical example. You know, me, I'm not for gentle parenting at all. Sorry, guys. Gentle parenting is a crime. Yeah, don't gentle parent. Chapa mtoto mchune. Usimwambie ati sit on the corner. Ati focus, face the wall. Chapa no mchune when they make a mistake. But now, the example I was going to give is when you're silent about a child's behavior for a long time, you will not be able to control it. For example, mtoto anze kulamba skari, anaiba skari analamba leo. And you tell them, don't do that. But then you don't tell them not to do it. You just keep quiet about it. And you know analamba skari. So leo analamba kijiko moja. Kesho, because you didn't speak, atalamba kijiko mbili. And then because you didn't speak again, anaenda analamba tatu. Before you know it, a quarter of your sugar goes to your child, analamba too. So now you can't be able to control because they've already developed a habit around it, around this sugar leaking behavior. So ideally, you're not helping the situation. And that's what is happening in our country right now. We had a whole Madaraka Day happening, and we didn't hear the president even acknowledge about the protests that were happening, the femicide protests. Where is the ministry? We have a whole ministry. We have a whole cabinet secretary for gender. And they're not coming up and talking about this whole thing. So why is it that we are making it so difficult for us to have proper conversation and listen to what women are saying? Because at some point, we're not listening to each other. We're not listening that women are feeling unsafe, because I ideally want to leave today after my show and go and, I don't know, buy something to eat and buy some clothes and feel safe, and not feel like if a man comes close to me, I have to like flinch. If a man talks to me, I have to lie. I have to even lie about my name. I have to lie about my number. And it's crazy how right now we're lying for survival. We're not lying. Kitambo, you used to lie because, you know, it's fun. Like you kunambia, unaitwa nani? Naitwa Susan. Just because it's fun and you don't want to talk to the person, but now you're lying for survival. Like, I cannot personally disclose my personal number to a random man. I cannot disclose my location. I cannot like even something as simple as my Instagram. And my Instagram, I have to make it public because I'm now a creative. I work on radio. So if I am here on radio and then you go and check me out unapata niko private, you'll find it so weird. So why are we not having that level of listening and that level of understanding? Because it may pick a point where we have to go for a protest. And now I think the government is now immune to protests. Like, we're doing a protest and they're moving on with their lives like nothing ever happened. Ni kama wanatuambia, mkimaliza tu mrudi job. Like, seriously. Because that's what happened. Like, the one for femicide, women were out, and we want to shout out to all those women who came out. And after they came out and they went home, it's like news reports, yeah, there was a march today and everything ended. Everyone now goes home. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new beginning. It's a new... What? Like, there's no level of follow-up. There's no level of accountability. I would have expected even the CS for gender, she's called Langat, or what's her name? I would have expected even the cabinet secretary to call the women representatives from that whole... The ones, not the women representatives for parliament, but the ones who were there, like the advocacy groups, call them for like a meeting to talk and see how we can be able to make things better. The women in parliament, they would have even hosted us at Bunge Towers. I have personally been to Bunge Towers, and it's such a big space. Like, they can host us. We're not even for chai, just talking and listening. But that didn't happen. So again, the silence around this type of violence is extremely bad. It's like people are now tone deaf. They're very, like, no one is listening. No one is, and it's also reflecting on how we can't be able to control the situation any further. And I remember someone was saying on Twitter, why are women, if women are feeling unsafe or women know that their fellow women are being killed, why are they like going out? Why are they doing this? But like, that got me back because I'm like, any woman who was murdered didn't think that this person was going to kill them. Let's start from there. They didn't think that when I'm hanging out with this man or when we're hanging out with my boyfriend, my husband, even when I was saying yes to marrying my husband, I didn't think my husband was going to turn against me and kill me one day. When I was saying yes to my boyfriend, I didn't think my boyfriend would turn and kill me. When I was ending that relationship, I didn't think it would lead to my death. So at no given point are we seeing men roaming around with guns and knives and whatever, stabbing women on the streets. This was from a level of trust. They trusted the people that they were with. And again, the silence around that whole scenario as well. Because when it comes to the mainstream, we're not seeing the actions the government is taking to curb this problem, then even in like normal scenarios and normal circumstances, I know a lot of women are still in abusive relationships because they don't know how to speak out, because when they speak out, they don't see the help that they're going to get. It's going to have like questions like, okay, what was she wearing? Why did you get in a relationship with him? Oh, women just want money. Women just want, like, guys, the silence starts from within ourselves as we go up, because we're seeing no one is actually helping women around curbing this violence, this whole violent scenario that we're seeing. Because hata nilikuwa na expect kuona from the time women were abused, were killed, I've never even seen one man properly prosecuted, like properly. Tunamwona ako prison, like maximum prison. Tunamwona like he's been prosecuted. No, we're just seeing some like stories coming out. Yeah. But there's no end to this. Like there's no end to this. It's like we're having the same cycle and more cases are piling up. And what hurt me the most is during the protests, a lot of mothers were there. A lot of families were there because of like they lost daughters. And you could see them saying they've not gotten justice. Mtu wa 2022 mpaka saizi hajapata justice. And 2026 saizi too, a lot of women have been killed within this year. And still, there is no justice for the one who was affected in 2022. So are we going to keep on playing this whole cat and mouse thing till like 2030, when now it's going to be a whole rampant situation? Like, why isn't this a national emergency? So now I would just like to like bounce this question to you guys. Just think about it. Why is it so difficult for us to be able to speak up in regards to whatever is happening? Because women are out there, it looks like it's a women agenda. Like it's those feminists. Someone said feminists wamejaa kwa barabara. What? It's not even about feminism. It's not about feminism. It's about human life. It's about someone lost their life. It's not about feminists. It's not about sijui women empowerment. Ni case ya women are dying. Women are being killed. So we cannot ignore that fact at any given point. So what do you think? What makes it difficult for people to actually speak up? And as we go for this break, please interact, please engage, put text on YouTube. Tell us, why do you think it's so difficult for us to be able to speak up properly on whatever is happening in our country?
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night, day and night. Our radio.
I wish. Just a little bit, yeah. The money make me fly like a kite. I wish. The money make me fly like a kite. I wish. The money make me fly like a kite. I wish. The money make me fly like a kite. Just a little bit, yeah. like the sea. Bora uhai, c'est la vie. All of these roads lead you to me. Make me spend all my money for peace and quiet mystery. Forbidden fruit is out of reach. I've got a hunch, a certainty. You make me spend all my money.
A roll of the dice, a slap on the cheek. The thrill of the chase ends in defeat. If we are survivors, then we try harder. Most of my life I've been asleep. Who will I hold? Who will I keep? All of this talk is way too deep. I need to spend all my money.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Spending all of my night
From sunrise all day and night. Power Radio.
Njerai and Watenda really serenading us. Wow, I really love Njerai. I feel like Njerai gets hotter by the minute. Like, she's just so beautiful. Such a beautiful girl. And hot. Beautiful plus hot. Beauty hot. Yeah. So guys, before we went on our music break, we were just discussing on the cost of silence. We're just like trying to understand, why are we quiet, and why and what does it cost us to still remain silent? So based on the protest that we had, there were 10 demands. I know there are not even a lot of demands. You know, a lot of people, when they go for protest, when I talk upon a 100-page document demand, I'm not saying the late Raila Amolo Odinga, but guy had like a whole page document demands. But this one, for the women, they're just 10 demands. And I just want us to go through them. Now, the reason why they're giving this is because women and children deserve safety, dignity, and life. And you know, I keep on saying this all the time whenever I'm in like a democracy type of setup conversation. I tell people, if a society or a country cannot protect its most vulnerable, it speaks a lot on their democracy. It speaks a lot on their sovereignty. So if we have failed to protect the most vulnerable from like any amount of danger that is within, that is the women and the children, and this danger is within our borders. What if right now we have World War III? How are we going to protect the women and the children? How are we going to make sure they're okay? Are we going to be worried about troops that are coming in to kill women? Or are we going to be worried about the men, the violent men roaming around the Kenyan streets killing women? Like, we need to pick a struggle. And protecting women is not like a non-negotiable. It's something that has to be done. It's a right to human life. And I think the issue that we've been having is we are now separating human life to women life. We're still humans. Women are humans. We need to live with safety and dignity. The first demand that they had was declare femicide and GBV a national crisis. And I love how they've put femicide and GBV, because femicide stems from GBV. We've ignored GBV for so long that now it has turned into whatever it is. And again, that cost of silence. Because if you've ever experienced GBV, like, you know, the amount of like work you need to put to even just get that OB. And I'm speaking from personal experience. Like, I got like physically assaulted by some men outside my mother's gate. And I'm telling you, like, nilitoka hapo with my mom going to the police station, trying to get like an OB was a whole thing. They were like, okay, before we write this case, you have to go to the hospital, upigwe picha, nini, because it was like a physical assault. Like this, they slapped me and pulled my hand. So I had bruises, and then now I had to go to the clinic. They take photos. Now, when you go to that clinic, they don't treat you as an emergency. By the way, you will make a line like everybody else. You're not an emergency case. And when you get there, you will have to pay for that consultation fee for you to get those pictures taken. You get those pictures taken, then you have to go back to the police station so that they can be able to issue a warrant of arrest. Yeah. And by the time you're going to report, like I went to the police station with my mom and my sister and my cousin and my cousin's friend. And we were there, and you know the first question and I got there was no woman, by the way. There was no woman in that vicinity, like to listen to me on what happened. So I had to explain to men what actually happened. And I had to, do you know how undignifying that thing is? Like, you have to look at a man to tell him whether a fellow man like your fellow man just beat me. And the next question was, uko kwa ndoa, are you single? Is it something that like, you know these men? And I'm like, no, they're strangers. I think even they were drunk. So why are we like not keen on following those things through? Na nimetoka hapo, still I had to go still when I've explained the scenario in the case, and we had like a witness, because my border guy was around, he came to help out. We had a witness who saw the whole thing, and I said I had to go to the hospital, get those pictures taken, went back so they can issue a warrant of arrest. By that time they're issuing that warrant, ilikuwa like after like around 13 hours. So by that time 13 hours are done, They didn't get the people who actually did that to me. Like, guys, I'm telling you, if we cannot sort out a simple thing like that, bro, it's going to be crazy. Like, unatoka hapo, ufike kwa hospitali, bado unaenda kupatana na some fee for consultation. Imagine if you're a woman, you've been beaten by your husband, you run away to go to the police station for help, and the first thing you meet is our police officers hapo and they are men, and then they tell you for them to issue a warrant of arrest for your husband, you will have to go to hospital to get pictures taken so they can be able to issue that warrant of arrest. And again, when you go to that hospital, you're still not treated as an emergency. You're treated like anybody else. You will still have to pay for that consultation fee. What exactly is not happening? And at that time, you find even most women, you're under the insurance of your husband. And when you're running away from someone who has beaten you, you don't have money, you don't have your phone, you don't have anything. Unatoka tu mbio, wende usaidiwe. And still, there's so many barriers around that. So my personal addition to this submission is we need to stop the bureaucratic processes when it comes to these things. And there are a lot of people every weekend wanashikwa because of being drunk and disorderly. Wanajazwa hapo kwa station. But when it comes to cases like this, it's taken very lightly. We cannot allow that to continue happening. Again, urgently implement the gender-based violence task force recommendations. There's a task force on gender-based violence. They gave recommendations. Can we be able to get that implemented as soon as possible? But again, that task force, the recommendation that they need to give, they have to be realistic to the people on the ground, because kwa ground, vitu ni completely different. And the government, that's why dialogue is very important. We need to come together and dialogue around these particular issues so we can be able to get a proper way moving forward. Again, act swiftly on missing and murdered women and children cases. That should be something that should be, and I think I said that as we were starting the show. We need to act swiftly. Can we, guilty until proven innocent? Can we do that? Can we do that? Because we still have a lot of roaming violent men amongst us. Someone who actually murdered someone, and we're still very comfortable living with those guys roaming around. No, we need to act swiftly. These cases should be prioritized. Prioritize these cases, close these cases, put people in prison. That's it. Ensure proper investigations, prosecutions, and accountability. We need to ensure that there's proper investigations running around this whole situation and this whole scenario. Like, for example, the baby who was rescued, was it in Nakuru or where was it? The 2-year-old who went missing, and then they found it was like a small 15-year-old ndo alimkidnap, akapromisiwa simu. We need to have cracked down that case immediately, because I saw how that baby ran to the father and the mother, and I cried. I was like, wow. Because imagine you have lost your kid, and this kid is a 2-year-old, and they haven't seen their parent in 2 days. And then you as a mother, and what hurt me was the woman saying she really struggled to get this baby. This baby was her miracle baby. And losing a miracle baby is crazy. And you could see how that baby was running to the parents. And this kid was promised what? A phone. Again, speaking onto the vulnerable communities, why aren't you even protecting children from predators like that who see this kid anataka simu, so they make sure that they know how to be able to get them to get that phone. Makes no sense. Again, fund survivor-centered support systems and safe shelters. We need to have the survivor-centered, the survivor centers and the safe shelters to be able to adequately accommodate these women. But again, it is back to society. We need the best place someone can be rehabilitated is in the society they've grown up in. It's in the community they've grown up in. So ideally, the society needs to be ready to accommodate the victims of such. They need to be ready to come together and just, work together to make sure these women feel safe after experiencing what they experience. Again, strengthen prevention and community protection mechanism. Yeah. How can we be able to prevent this from happening? What do we need to do? Do we need to have stricter laws on GBV? And my continuous submission is, let's have stricter laws around gender-based violence. Yeah, that's it. Let's have stricter laws around it. Let it be like when you think of even raising your voice as a woman, you will have to think 5 times. You won't do it easily. Again, end institutional silence and police negligence. Police negligence, I think I've talked about it, and I've talked about it so much. There's such police negligence around whatever is happening. And there's such institutional negligence. Like, we have dockets that people are getting salaries every month to work around such cases, and they're not doing it. They're not actually working around it. And it's annoying. We need to pull up our socks. We need to do better. We need to do better as a society. Then improve transparency on femicide and missing person cases. Thank you. We have had so many cases. People are in court. We need to have transparency. You see, there's transparency on elections, like Supreme Court, like unapata a whole day where they're watching Raila kwa Supreme Court. We need to have more transparency around these cases. We need to have media properly involved, seeing these cases getting solved and getting done, period. We cannot hide whatever is happening and then later on we get to find out, oh, this case didn't actually end. No, it shouldn't work like that. Invest in long-term protection for women and girls. I think we've spoken about that. And then build a Kenya where women and children can exist safely and freely. How can we be able to build a country where children can be able and women can be able to exist freely and can be able to live safely, especially for the kids? I really feel so much heart for the kids who have to endure whatever is happening, and the mothers, because this ties again to the mothers. When you lose your child, I may disappear too. Like, you would feel like your womb is detaching from your body. Literally. This is someone you nurtured for 9 months, and now you literally can't be able to find them. They're lost. You find that they've been sexually assaulted, they've been killed. It's such a disheartening situation, and we really need to come and figure out together on how we can make this thing better. But again, silence is not only about what isn't said, it's about who isn't being heard. Because women have been speaking. We've had, I think, is it 3 femicide marches since 2025 or 2024? So the question is, who isn't being heard? Because we're speaking, we're putting memorandums, we're sending policy, we're giving recommendations, but we're not seeing this actually being implemented. So ideally, are we really listening to the people being affected? Are we really listening to these children? Are we listening to these mothers? Are we listening to these women? What is actually not happening? Why are we so deaf to whatever is happening? And when I say we, I mean the government, not me. The government is so tone deaf on whatever is happening. Like, it's like saying everyone for themselves, God for us all. And it can't work like that. There's a mandate for us to be able to protect, to protect these women and these children. So the question isn't whether people are speaking. The question is whether we're listening. Are we listening? Like, these demands that these groups have put out, have we keenly listened to those demands? Are we willing to help them advocate for those demands? And again, this is not a feminist movement issue. It is a human rights issue. I think we need to clock that there, because when people start not listening, it's maybe because they think or they feel that this is like in historia feminists. Is historia feminists? In historia human rights. People need to be able to exist freely, because once we don't give people the opportunity to speak, the opportunity to be heard, not just to speak, but to be heard and to see actions of whatever is happening being done, that's when we get it wrong. That's when we affect every single human being that has ever existed. Because when women die, it affects everybody. It affects everyone. Like, you can't, even you as a man, feel properly safe when you see a lot of women are just being killed. Or if you feel safe, then that's a problem. Like, we need to be able to hear what these women are saying, what is actually happening, and be able to have proper policy conversations around, not just conversation, policy conversations. But as any disease, it started from somewhere and it has now become a cancer. So we need to look into, when did the rain start beating us? It started beating us when we allowed GBV cases to just go by. Like, it was just something that is just like, ametandikwa na bwanake, sawa, let's move on. Oh, they're outside, the boyfriend slapped her, okay, let's move on. We need to start from there. Let's put stricter laws around gender-based violence in any form of shape, whether it is technology-facilitated gender-based violence, whether it is emotional gender-based violence, whether it is like any form of GBV needs to be addressed immediately, like immediately. I mean, the government can track people who talk bad about them on Twitter. Well, they can track people who threaten women on Twitter. It's as simple as that. Like, I don't see where the rocket science is. Just make sure that there's less bureaucracy when it comes to the victim and justice. Because the problem, again, is the bureaucracy from the victim to the justice system is a problem. Because, again, you as a victim, you have to pay for a lawyer. You have to pay for a lawyer. You have to pay for a lawyer to be able to get justice. Where are you getting the money from to pay for a lawyer? Where are you going to be able to even work around even getting a restraining order? Because you need to have that. So why is it that it is so difficult for us to get the basic of the basic form of justice, which is issuing a warrant of arrest? The basic form of justice, it's very difficult to get. So when it gets to the courts, how do we expect for justice to be served? But now, let's converse about this. Like, tell me, what do you think? Do you think that we really need to be more stricter from the gender-based violence side, from like as early as yesterday? Or do we handle these cases on a national level crisis?
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Shauri naju uko maji, design me ukucheki we ni mali. I wanna make it so real but sina mali. Baby make me feel new, nisiende mbali. Unajua vile mi uchoka wakati ujibu na roho ikotoka. I try keep it cool, siwezi toka, but you got me locked kama jela niko locked. Girl, love ni evolve ukisoma na nyuma, lakini nasema utaipata mbele na nyuma. Akiwa lai, mi nakudai, naka unitaki basi we utadai. Cheki my boys vile wanatembea, when they look at you waupiga binja. Oh, design tu, vile me ufeel low, na feel wivu manze boo. If you just see your wambani ya tu. Cheki vile wananibo, wakisema hati misi wako boo, lakini ikisima mindo uchimba. Hata wakisema du, mini wako, weni wangu manzebu. Najua sometimes you amini vile na feel my heart is bleeding. Feelings zangu ziko loud, niko needy, but I keep it calm like kama weather ya Malindi. Tulikosana, now we ghosting. Mapenzi moto imekuwa sasa frosting, but mi bado niko posted kwako, na unaweza ni hosto kwako. Hila haiwezi bako, siwezi kuchorea vile wewe uniride kama sako. For love na loyalty, si mystery, let's history. Love ni evolve ukisoma na nyuma, lakini nasema utaipata mbele na nyuma. Akiwa lai, mi nakudai, naka unitaki basi we utadai. Cheki my boys vile wanatembea, when they look at upiga binja. Design too. Feel me who feel no. Feel we manzebu. If you just see how I'm bani ya true. Check vile wana nibo. Wakisema hatimisi wakobu, lakini ikisima mindo uchimba. Hata wakisema du, mini wako. Weni wangu mazebu. Maybe we are in corners. Relationships drive so cold, man. I feel like back to the old guy who was broken and dusted and no chosen by you. Maybe we having corners. Relationships drive so cold, man. I feel like back to the old guy. Soma na nyuma, lakini nasema utaipata mbele na nyuma. Akiwalai, mimi nakudai, na kama unitaki basi wewe utadai.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Oga onyamalie, oga onjurage karo. Oga ondigeta itare na kene oga guwathi oga umelie ndetoro oga ondigeta itare na kene
dogo desirie dogo ugekado ono dina shamukiama koshine dogo desirie dogo ugekado ono dino ero ajara goteme
Gloria no kautia Oya we utagira Gloria no kanyeda Oya we yedaga Ni Gloria no kautia Oya we utagira
Kanyeta
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
What you wanna be when you grow? I wanna be somebody. Be friends with everybody. Controlled by nobody. Oh, so then time wasn't my life. But that is for the show me. Falling for the heart, you can't inside me. But they can't get a hold of me. Cause my mama, I live testify. Kijana wake atakuwa fine. Na yendo wataranita, oh. Ataranita, oh. Na mimi nika testify. Mimi kijana nitakuwa fine. Na mimi ndio taranita, oh. Nitaranita, oh. Jua di tax na lipa, bills na lipa, na rudi home na gizo. Si mindo ninaranita, oh. Ninaranita, oh, boy. Nasiadi pedi ananita, mheshimiwa naingianga base na mzinga. Mimi ndo naranita, oh. Na sina ranita, oh. Let your mother know that you run it down. Let your father know that you run it down. Your brother knows that you run it down. Oh, your shawty knows that you run it down. What you wanna do when you grow? I wanted to be somebody. Nikuwe na mapete yani anybody. Nimalize this I define no. But this is how it is that I'm grown. Si niko na beba kwa nyumbani. Na majizo kwa kilimani. Na kwa tenje misipatikani. Cause my mama alitestify. Kijana wake atakuwa fine. Na yendo wataranita, oh. Ataranita, oh. Na mimi nika testify. Mimi kijana nitakuwa fine. Na mimi ndio taranita, oh. Nitaranita, oh. Jua di tax na lipa, bills na lipa, na rudi home na gizo. Si mindo ninaranita, oh. Ninaranita, oh, boy. Nasiadi pedi ananita, mheshimiwa naingianga base na mzinga. Mimi ndo naranita, oh. Na sina ranita, oh. Let your mother know that you run it down. Let your father know that you run it down. Your brother knows that you run it down. Oh, your shawty knows that you run it down. Let your person know that you run it down. Let your sister know that you run it down. Let your brother know that you run it down. May your people know that we run this town.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Mudoka and Viri run this town. Let the people know that we run this town. Hi guys, welcome to the last hour of Sheversations. My name is Kimberly, Sandra aka Miss Kimmy. I am your host. Yeah, if you want to tune in on YouTube, Power Radio, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on X. And we're also on the web, www.power254.org/radio. The way I am butchering that. Guys, if you don't see Power Radio, if you don't see Sheversations on Friday, just know my producer is very mad. I am butchering that. It is so crazy. Anyway, so I want us to go into something because I feel like at Sheversations, we have a culture already whereby we speak on the issues that are out there, but then at the last hour, we usually reflect on our everyday lives as women. So let's talk about the silence in the everyday life. Staying silent in relationships, avoiding the difficult conversations. Right now, it's very important that even with ourselves, we shouldn't stay silent. Have those difficult conversations. Have those conversations that make people uncomfortable. When you're around your male friends, have those conversations of femicide. Talk about it. Let's not leave this conversation to be amongst us women so that we can be like, yeah, I know, right? We need to have proper difficult conversations because silence starts from us as well. Us keeping quiet and not saying what actually affects us actually causes us a lot of problems. So if we can be able to have proper conversations by ourselves with our friends from the other side, we'll be able to hack a lot of things that will enable us to not only participate in the broader policy conversations, but we can also be able to understand how we can be able to contribute in making these things work. So we need to speak out as women. Silence is a problem. If we don't speak out, it's going to cost us a problem. It's going to affect how we navigate a lot of situations. So you, please speak up. Speak up, because we've talked about the violence, talked about the young people, and I want us to ponder on the school fires. Why are people burning schools? What's going on? It's all third term. I remember when I was in high school, guys used to do all those striking and the ASWAM during third term simply because there was no holiday, there was no midterm. You had to be in school for 2 months. So you are doing that so you can get a break. But it's second term, kids. Why are y'all burning schools? What's not happening? Kwani rada? Rada, nigani? Why are we not actively considerate of the consequences of our actions? I feel like when you're a teenager, you don't think a lot about the consequence of what you do. You just do it for the sake of doing it. But then it again comes with a lot of consequences, a lot. It affects how you live in the broader spectrum. Because imagine, how are those kids feeling? Or are they feeling anything? I would actually want to know, how are they being interrogated? Are they being interrogated like the way we see in the movies? It's they are calm, they're being asked what's the problem, what happened. Because yesterday I was listening to Get a Radio, shout out to Get a Radio, and the presenter was saying, actually those kids should be taken to the morgue to see the bodies of their classmates and schoolmates and colleagues. And I totally support that. They need to go to the morgue and see what they've done, because again, they're not very in touch with reality on what actually this has caused. So them being able to witness and see what they've done and how it's affecting the broader community. They need to see the colleagues. Because when you look at that camera, they didn't even wake anyone up. Walikuwa tu hapo tu, wasaba, moving around the dormitories. And I remember having a conversation with my mother, aka Kidero, Befri, and she was hypothetical, she was if that was my kid, she would actually ensure that they are put in prison because she cannot sleep in the same house with you. Utamchoma. My mom was I cannot sleep in the same house. After watching that CCTV on how they're just passing by their colleagues who are sleeping, my mom was saying, iyo nayo, hawezi kubali. Hawezi kubali. It's going to be a whole scenario where you're having a murderer in the house. Someone who can actually burn the house and leave you inside to die. But again, are we really listening to whatever is happening in schools? Is the school the problem? What's going on? 35 schools getting burnt is a lot. It's a lot. And we need to know what actually the problem is. Because here, what's not happening? This thing, even when I talk about it, I'm wondering how well will I talk about it? How well will I explain or talk about it or give my sentiments? But my few cents in this conversation is take those children to go see their colleagues in the morgue. Let them see what they've done and let them attend every funeral. Not even attend because the family will feel awkward having them around. But let them go to the morgue and see what they've done. So I'm getting a message from some of the listeners. So she's saying, for me, it's staying in a toxic relationship was what I was very silent about because I was afraid of what people will say if I left. Clock that. I mean, that's the biggest clocking of the clocks of the season. Staying in a toxic relationship because you are afraid of what will people say when you left. And you know why you're afraid of what people will say when you leave? It's because of social media. You know, like a lot of social media has shown us that relationships are rosy huku nje. No one is speaking the reality of things. So when you're experiencing the bad side of everything, you can't leave because you're afraid someone will come and say, for example, Kimberly, the way your boyfriend buys you bags, he takes you out on dates. You know how hard it is to find a man like that. Now I would read the things I'm going through. So guys, sometimes silence is not peace. It's survival. Like you're there for survival. You don't want to have that difficult conversation. And I am someone who is a quitter. I am a leaver. I leave. By the way, no, and I don't believe in final conversations. Sorry. Like, bye-bye. See you later. I'll block you. I'll go. I'll disappear. That's what you need to do. You don't owe anyone the last conversation if you're in a toxic situation. And then my other friend is saying, mental health. A lot of people are struggling quietly, and they realize when it's too late. So that's something that also affects people like speaking out. So yeah, I feel like when you have so much anxiety in a relationship that has been very toxic, you won't speak out about it. Ideally, you won't really speak out about it because you still live in so much fear. You're still depressed. You're overthinking things. And girls, please overthink it, analyze it, properly investigate it, and don't let your thoughts don't let anyone say that your thinking is wrong, because there's nothing as stronger as female intuition. Do you know, girls, like, hey, acha kwanza tuingie kwa conversation since someone has brought up that thing of relationships. Do you know our body rejects like a relationship? Do you know your body will reject a relationship? Like your hair will start falling out. You'll be tired. You'll be sick. You will get fat. You will get thin. Our body rejects toxicity. So once your body starts feeling some type of way, because ideally women, we are very much inclined to safety. Once you're safe, your body will thrive. You will thrive. You'll be okay. But the moment you are inclined to toxicity, your body will reject that whole situation. Utakuwa unapata migraines. Like, utakuwa unakuja, unapata a lot of migraines. And then, unafika point, your hair is falling off again. And guys, your hair does fall off when you're not okay. So if your body starts rejecting the situation you're in, please just leave. Just leave. It won't cost you anything. Just get out. At least we want to see you alive or see you thriving. Then another thing is the cost of silence. So I asked earlier during the first hour, what do you think the cost of silence is? And someone has just said, the cost of silence is regret. Not saying what you feel, not asking for help, and not standing up for yourself. Clock it. Regret is something that will really eat us up, because right now, the silence that we've been seeing around women being killed, around gender-based violence, there's a lot of regret. Like, why didn't we speak up sooner? Why didn't you ask for help? Why didn't we stand up for ourselves? So ideally now, when we realize whether this silence has been a whole thing that we cannot be able to navigate around, that's a problem. We will have so much regret, because when you hear how those families were speaking, they were like, I wish she had told us. I wish we had known that there was something was wrong. Like, I just wish we had known something was wrong. So if you don't speak up, you will end up regretting, and your family will be the one to bear it. Like, why don't we speak out sooner? And I think the last thing is around feeling hard. So honestly, someone saying, honestly, most of the time, adults only listen when something has already gone wrong. Another big clock. Like, we are open to hearing when things have already gone left. Like right now that things have gone left is when people are now interested in hearing. But that's not even the crazy part of it all. Is that even when things have gone left, we're now doing selective hearing. We choose what we want to hear. The government is pick and choosing what they want to hear. Because now it's like we go for a protest, we come back, there's no proper response. So they are picking and choosing what is suitable for them and the current regime, for them to react or for them to like talk about like what the issue is and what is actually going on. And other people are now realizing that the cost of silence is regret. And then again, people are not listening. They're choosing who they want to listen to. And another thing is, I feel like we need to have this conversation more openly, because even you personally, as we bring the conversation to our personal lives, when you're silent about something as simple as a burnout, if you're burnt out and everyone around you is thinking you're doing well and you're genuinely burnt out, we need to be able to speak up on the most simple and the most tiniest bit of things. And I am loving the conversation that my friends are now sending me on my WhatsApp. If you're someone who you want to be able to contribute to the conversation, text, call, or send a voice note 0748-379-231. Let's have this conversation. Let's see what is the actual problem. And I want you to tell me, what's one thing that you keep on staying silent about? I need us to end with that. Like, is there something that you really keep on staying silent about? Because now, it's hard. If you keep on keeping quiet, there's regret, there's consequences, there's a lot of things happening. The world is changing. There's Ebola, there's hantavirus, there's flu. And today, nilikuwa na have conversation, nikiambia mtu, ara si mtu, nilikuwa naambia producer, DJ Flozz, shout out to DJ Flozz. Namwambia, right now when you have conversation with anyone, ako tu, because our air is polluted. We're breathing in dust, toxic fumes. I don't know, ni kama tuna experience lead poisoning at some point. Because what? So guys, let's have this conversation in the last half hour. Sending your texts, sending your calls. Please call me. Why are Sheversations not calling me? Call me. Let's talk. Get on radio and have this conversation.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Jana hukudai riba, leo unaimba, vile nakumada. Mwezi umefika kwa kona, unaniona mini danda. Stima imeanza kubip, sasa anani beep. New phone, new business care. Gesi imekauka, na unga imepanda bei. Kwani haujui hali ya uchumi ni mbaya je? Wapi wale wote ulikimbilia, vitu vikiniendea mbaya we? Kama hungeniringia ningekuwa nawe. Uliza benki ya dunia, vile raia waumia. Kusikia gharama kubwa za maisha zimefilisisha. Wapenzi na waseja wanalalamika nje. Chumi ni mbaya, we. Chumi ni mbaya, woshe. Sijisikie vibaya, mpenzi. Tapitia haya sote. Sema vile umenimisi, jinsi unanihisi tena nifurahi. Nimetuma zile za pikipiki, si uje tule mbuzi na viazi karai. Eti wataka nije nikakupika, umejipoda wafi na vumbi haikufai. Uski, petroli ilikauka, na uba zikapanda bei. Kwani haujui hali ya uchumi ni mbaya we? Kama si kiburi chako ningekuwa nawe. Uliza benki ya dunia, vile raia waumia. Kusikia gharama kubwa za maisha zimefilisisha. Wapenzi na waseja wanalalamika nje. Chumi ni mbaya, we. Chumi ni mbaya, woshe. Sijisikie vibaya, mpenzi. Tutapitia haya sote. Taarifa ambazo sasa zimetufikia, wanandoa wapigana kama mabondia. Pesa kukosekana kweli ni hatia. Wangapi kila siku wanakatisiana.
uchumi mbaya.
Don't get alone again. Oguyoguyo kakisungori. Adundo don't get alone again. Oguyoguyo kakinyonamo. Yasiaya don't get alone again. Oguyoguyo kakisungori. Adundo don't get alone again. Oguyoguyo kakinyonamo. I say what to give me a matine wocholo kore akala. I woke up when the dollar would to tira chomo ge makala. Gimana woro ni erada no to tindu loko chalo ala. Kanena donjo ngia mama wuto kila lego tati chumbe. Yasea virone ni yasea. Yasea na yude lego yasea. Yasea virone ni yasea. I don't get alone again. Oguyoguyo kakisungori. Don't get alone again. Oguyoguyo kakinyonamo. Yasiaya don't get alone again. Oguyoguyo kakisungori. I don't get alone again. Oguyoguyo kakinyonamo. Billy Manyari Siayan, Billy Manyari Giani, Billy Makosira Wende, Bebu Billy Manyari Siani, Kikimuti Mogon, Magi Bende Newati Mogan, Wende Muerogi, Magi Bende Newawero, Timbe Muti Mogi, to Magi Bende Newati Mo, Kindere Matindo Lokore. Koso chunyi dane matinde ketongi mawagi. Obera na ye iparo bonyo wodi minumolo kalamende. Unduwe. Adonde dongi chalonaga. Oguyoguyo kakisungori. Dongi chalonaga. Oguyoguyo kakinyonamo. Yasiaya dongi chalonaga. Oguyoguyo kakisungori. Adonde dongi chalonaga. Oguyoguyo kakinyonamo. Mama najongiani Silwala omika korai Urito dendani Mama najongiani Silwala omika odai Enajongiani
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Yes, yeah. Costa Ojwang with Oguyoguyo. You know what Oguyoguyo means, guys? It means butterfly. So, like, he's describing women as butterflies. So, if you're a woman, you're a beautiful I love butterflies. Depends. And Nikiwa mdogo, I could not differentiate a butterfly and a moth. So I was scared of butterflies for a long time, thinking they were moths. But then they're not moths, they are butterflies. Now this is where everything went left. When I knew caterpillars are the ones that become butterflies. Yeah, it was very, very, a very complicated discovery, but I love butterflies. So all the Oguyoguyos out there, beautiful butterflies, welcome to Sheversations. I am your beautiful butterfly host, Sandra Kimberly, aka Miss Kimmy, and we are here having a very deep conversation on the cost of silence. You know, what does silence actually cost you? And not just silence, like silence in the broader perspective, silence in issues affecting the country, silence in the issues affecting you, silence from the government. Their silence is also very much affecting us. So now, I feel like every week when I'm here on Sheversations, I'm also reminded how hard it is to be a woman in the 21st century. Like, it's either something is either happening or we're doing something, or it's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. But now we've been able to talk about the violence and where we stand as women in this conversation. We've also been able to talk about the young people, what's happening, and what we think, and our 2 cents as Sheversations, as a Sheversator from Sheversations, my 2 cents on it. And also, we've talked about the things we carry quietly, even friendships. Like, ending friendships is a very difficult thing to do. It's very difficult. But the biggest lesson here is silence does not always mean everything is okay. Because people are silent doesn't mean that everything is okay. That doesn't mean that everything has been hacked. So we need to ideally avoid that silence, because right now, as the government is silent, we're not okay. I am not okay. My producer is not okay. And by the way, Sheversations is like an all-girls thing. My producer, DJ Flozz, is a girl. Lee, I'm a girly. So we are only girlies in this studio as we speak. Like you see. So we're not safe. DJ Flozz is not safe. I am not safe. And Wanyoike from the morning show is not safe. We're not safe. And the government is quiet about it. Do they need us to hire bodyguards? It's so bad that my friend was telling me that some time back, I think it was last week on Friday, she went out to a certain club. I'm not going to give free promotions here. To a certain club. And she had to pay a bouncer to take care of her because she was scared that something might happen to her. And she didn't want to go out with she was just there with her friends who are also women. Do we need to start paying for a basic human right, that is safety, in our own borders? So what is not happening? And sometimes the strongest thing for us to do is to speak. And that's why I keep on commending the women who are constantly coming up, like Njeri Wamwigwi from Usikimye, Zaha from NTV. We also have Janet Mbugwa, who was from, what is it called? The one that she was Janet Mbugwa, State of the Nation. Yeah, State of the Nation, for speaking up on these issues, because they're speaking for so many women who cannot be able to speak for themselves. They're also really showing up and showing us how we can be able to be part of these conversations and also support whatever is happening. So ideally, we can work together as a community with proper leaders to be able to get our rights and our conversations heard. Now, to the thing that stresses me out the most. Where was Esther Pasari saying there are good things in this country? We always speak on the bad things. This thing is so, stressful. This thing is so stressful because what? Why is it that we have women leaders who are just saying we speak on the bad things of the country? We know the good things. If Faith Kipyegon breaks a world record, that's a good thing. And we acknowledge that. But what if Faith Kipyegon, for breaking the world record, she ends up abused? She ends up physically abused. We have 2 runners, right? Who, the first one whose husband burnt her. After she won. We can speak on the good things, but when there's bad things, we have to acknowledge that there's bad things. So we are not going to be here and keep on saying, oh, this is the good. No. We need to be able to call out the bad while speaking for the good. If we cannot call out the bad, and if this comes from someone who's in leadership, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a huge problem. So what do you guys think? Because I feel like we have some level of, accountability that we need to put these leaders to, especially the women leaders need to hold them accountable for whatever is happening. But then another thing is, how can we be able to change the scenario and change the narrative come 2027? Can we put more responsible women leaders? Like, can we do that? Can we task ourselves to do that? Put more responsible women leaders? Can we task ourselves to be able to advocate for whatever is happening? Because this is, again, it's not a feminist issue. It's a safety issue. It's safety. Like, how are we losing kids within our borders? And they're being lost and you can't even trace where they are. They are found dead after like a week or 2 weeks or so. And most of them are usually violated. So can we take that responsibility back to ourselves and ensure that we are able to hold leaders accountable, but put leaders that can be held accountable? Because as you've seen, when the women rep was being held accountable, she didn't know how to respond. She just said, oh, there's good things that are there. Why are we focusing on the bad things? Why are we doing A, B, C, and D, E, F, G, H? So yeah, no. We need to be able to hold these women accountable. Guys, I'm speaking because I feel so defeated, but then I'm like, I'm not defeated. We can be able to work around this whole scenario and this whole situation. But now, as we wind down, I'm going to play us our very good wind down music that will just enable us to just get moving, get in the groove, just get us moving, like something that can release this tension, because there's so much tension in this country and a lot of women are really suffering. So we need to be able to have a proper, just a proper relaxation, a proper understanding of how can we be able to advocate more for what we need. And I think this song I just want to dedicate to all those women who came out to fight, to speak, to mobilize for this protest. Like, we recognize the work that you're doing. We ideally love the work that you keep on doing, and you should keep on doing that work till the end of time. So requesting my DJ to play Yule Dame by Avril, because you guys are the dames, like Nini Wale Wase. I don't think there's anyone else who has the courage to mobilize such numbers and get women to speak for themselves. You guys are speaking for every single person, every single woman who is too afraid to speak. So you guys are setting us up. And yeah, we appreciate you guys so much. And you guys need to keep on the good work you're doing. And for you to chip into the conversation, you can text or call 0748379231.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Yule Dame, mini Yule Dame by Avril. Just a dedication to all the women who showed up, mobilized for the protest on Monday. You guys did a proper justice for all the women who are remaining silent. So now to everyone listening, if you've been carrying something quietly, I hope you find a space. Please get a space and talk about it. Say what is affecting you. And I hope that the government can now listen properly to the demands of women in terms of their safety and the safety of the children. And if you've been strong for everyone else, please be strong for yourself now. Don't allow people to dictate how you need to react to situations. If your body is rejecting where you are, that relationship, whatever, please get out. So lovelies, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. This has been Sheversations. I'm Kimberly, Sandra, the butterfly of Sheversations, as Kosojuan calls us, Oguyo Guyos. See you on Friday, and I'll be having a special guest. Stay tuned on our socials to see who the guests will be and what conversation we're going to have. So now we're just getting on our wind down playlist. So wherever you are, the buddies in corporate or Sheversations in business, all of you guys, please get up, unwind, move around, be happy, because you only have yourself in this life. So see you guys on Friday, same time, 11 to 1 p.m. with a very special guest. So I hope you guys are excited for the conversation on Friday. So bye.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Mwaka nadai kupenda mse vile atakam tu tutanavigate. Sinanga type, I don't care about your age, but your heart is in it, and you want me to. But utani appreciate, na utani date, so sijiko relate. Me want a body I can hold, in a mind that's bold, with a soul that's old. Give me someone that grows my potential and vice versa. And I need you and I akona rasa. Be for me, stay here, place. He be always praying for this, 'cause we need God in those days. We forget that love is a choice when the feeling fades. Love it when the feeling fades. Love is a choice when the fades. Love it when the feeling. That's how we navigate.
That's how we navigate.
That's how we move, yeah.
Ni wewe tunataka baby, hakuna discussions. Achana na promises, mi ufanya action. You my other half, come to complete fraction. Na kupea mapenzi ka the 90s old fashion. I think loving you baby is my new passion. I'm a G but still na kushow compassion. Word ime spread, love yetu imeenda commercial. Mahekta wa kibanja tutafanya diro ratio.
Me want a body I can hold, in a mind that's bold, with a soul that's old. Give me someone that grows my potential and vice versa. And I need you and I couldn't rasa. For me, stay place. He be always praying for this, 'cause we need God in those days. We forget that love is a choice when the feeling fades. Love it when the feeling. Love is a choice when the fades. Love is a choice when the feeling. That's how we navigate. That's how we navigate. That's how we move, yeah, baby. That's how we navigate. Yeah, that's how we move. That's how we navigate. Yeah, that's how we move, yeah. That's how we navigate. That's how we navigate, baby. How we move, yeah. That's how we navigate. That's how we navigate.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Let me walk with you, talk till you know how you feel. Songa karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so sexy.
Kila siku juu yako.
Songa karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so sexy. It is you I think about when I wake up in the morning. You I think about when I'm walking in the day. You I think about when I'm sleeping at night. You niwe mpenzi wangu. You niwe mwangaza wangu. Let me walk with you, talk till you know how you feel. Songa karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so sexy.
Kila siku juu yako.
Songa karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so sexy.
Uwe wangu wa milele na milele.
unafanya moyo wangu dunde kwa masekunde, ni kama nimefunga dude ama nimepatiwa recording deal ya bure. Ndio sababu nataka uwe wangu wa milele. Your smile, the way you walk, the way you talk, inafanya kila mtu aseme oh my god. Inafanya heaven and earth to come to a stop. Sema kweli my girl, you're too damn hot.
Let me walk with you, talk till you know how you feel. Songa karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so sexy.
Natabasamu kila siku juu yako.
Songa karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so sexy. Let me walk with you, talk till you know how you feel. Songa karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so sexy.
Natabasamu kila siku juu yako.
Songa karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so sexy.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I need you, and you need to, we need to, yeah. Sikiza moyo wangu, nimesha jipa utulivu ndani ya roho, umesha nipa na candle tumewasha na stima tumezima, na pale unapotaka kwenda nitakufikisha. The world is getting wet, I need your consent. Call your heaven sent tonight, I'm giving you my best. Before I confess, how you kill me with that dress. Girl, I wanna touch your mind, you bless me with the rest. We need to find out where we are, 'cause I wanna be more than a friend. I wanna be more than a friend. I wanna be more than a friend. I wanna be more than a friend.
Yeah. Tunacheanza tu vi harmless hapa tujiforce. Unasacha moko happy and lost. Ni nini your smile itakos? Ni show before anything happy and thoughts. Love in a power ata army high stop. Sisemi aiduka usmami across. Kamsalaba naka unanja history itaanza na itaisha na do kasa falada. Soko uko rada sana utaanza kuona tu struggle. Atuko 5 star but tumetravel. Twende tukasimame mbele ya iPhone. Wakiona lifestyle wana na try though. Ukitoka sina kumisi na bag of tricks ya kujitoa. Niko kwa fix una macho fit na zoo show sailo uko lit. I hope zikushow kujo commit.
We need to find out where we are, 'cause I wanna be more than a friend. 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 Ile siku tulimit, tulipatana ndani ya matinganya. Nilikucheki, nikatamani hata tungejuana. Chini jue upiga luku, na vile woni duni joni koma ndukulu. Chini jue upiga luku, na vile woni duni joni koma ndukulu. Zimeshika, umeniweka ndani futi 6. Ni kama mbegu mimi tachipuka, na ningependa maunipe fursa. Tiririka, niko na feelings leo za mwakika. Kuna mavitu sitakianika, na nimechoka sana kujificha. We need to find out where we are, 'cause I wanna be more than a friend. I wanna be more than a friend. I wanna be, I wanna be more than a friend. I wanna be more than a friend. Just I wanna be.